here. This is meeting of 172, and my congratulations, because today is the first day within the year when we saw a sun, right? It's because we didn't have a chance to see sun for many days. Today is the first day, and it is first working day, right? It's back to our normal rhythm of Toastmaster meetings. So my name is Nikolay Denisenko. I'm president of this club, but I'm not alone. We have an executive committee. Margarita Berseneva is the secretary of our club. Mikhail Pokutny is immediate past president of Toastbusters Club. We have also vice president of education, Alexei Kravtsun, but he is not here, and vice president of membership, Irina, he is also on vacation. He couldn't come for this meeting either. According to the tradition, we invite newcomers who are first time here. Please come to the stage, and we have a little introduction. Don't worry, it's very simple. I can start with myself. My name is Nikolay Denisenko. I'm here. I like public speaking and Toastmaster especially. And maybe you can say something about yourself, your name, your occupation, your expectations.
Nice to meet you, Nikolay, and all of you. My name is Alexandra. I'm 28. Mariya visited me here. I don't know what to expect, but because I was not involved in all the details, what we're doing here, etc. But I like it, and for sure it would be great to have good skills of pronunciation. Yes, it would be great.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you very much. And we have another chance to come to the stage when we have a table topic exercise after the break. We have a very intensive agenda. We have 4 speakers for tonight, and without any delay, I would like to invite to the stage Toastmaster of the meeting. Welcome to the stage, Anna Ilina.
Hello, I'm Anna. I'm going to be a Toastmaster today and will announce the speakers of today's meeting. And first of all, I would like to congratulate you with the new year. And secondly, I would like to congratulate you with the first meeting of Toastbusters in this year. And thirdly, I would like to congratulate you with the first working day. Are you happy with this?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Me too.
Not.
Not? So, first, New Year, the start of the New Year is traditionally a perfect time to set the goals for the whole year. Hopefully some of you already done this. If not, I asked our participants to share their goals, their main goal, not all of them, but just the main goal for this year. And why setting goals is so important? I think it has several advantages. First, when you set goals, you achieve some consciousness in your life, some meaning and purpose. Then, when you achieve your goal, you acquire the feeling of satisfaction and happiness. And third, achieving goals bring us the material values we can touch. Either it is a new body, new improved new work, or maybe some skills you practiced this year. So to start, I would like to invite to the stage a very important person, our timer for today, and it is Kirill Boretskikh.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe you will tell yourself about your goal for this year.
Yeah, I have a very important goal for me this year. I would would like to, no, I wouldn't like, but the goal is to set up a new musical product, which would be music that I compose, and the music will contain lyrics. And this is a new thing for me, because I wrote music, and now the time for me is to write
And
songs.
sing. And sing.
And sing, yes.
Good.
And this will be some kind of commercial project, I think.
Okay.
Yes. And as a timer, my goal today is to check all the time of the whole meeting, and for the segments of the meeting, and for each speaker. I have few signs. The green light indicates that you have 1 minute left. The yellow sign means that you have 30 seconds left, and the red one means that your time is over and you have to finish your speech. This is very simple, but as a timer, I think that timekeeping and attention for the time is some kind of respect for yourself and for others. So I ask you to respect everyone here and yourself in the first place. Thanks.
Thank you, Kirill. The next minor but important role is an account, and Mariya Kalugina will explain what it means. And Maria's goal is to start a business, and and first she should find out what it's going to be. But I wish you to find it this year.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you today evening, and I'm a counter today, and my purpose, night, find your words, which is an appropriate injection such as well, but, so, you know, and some sounds good to repeat, such as this means, and so on. I will note this and preparative injections and wrote up on my page, and after our meeting I will be reported to you.
So, who's next? The grammarian, Olga Jatcik. Olga, I will tell something about you. So, Olga is looking for her unconventional side of her personality, and she would like to grab any opportunity to take new roles. Is grammarian your...
Yeah.
Is it the first time you're a grammarian?
No.
Not yet. So, and also she tries to go with the flow. So, tell us about this.
I have two roles today. The first one is grammarian, which means that today on this sheet of paper I will keep track of your mistakes, be it grammar mistakes or mispronunciation or misuse of vocabulary. Well, that's me being a bad cop. But I'm also gonna be a good cop, which means I'm gonna take note of excellent usage of vocabulary, or maybe some set expressions, or even cultural references, like the one about bad and good cops. That's my first role. My second role is Word of the Day Master. Today's word of the day is to go with the flow. Anna mentioned it already. It's a set expression, which means to not push against the prevailing attitude, norms, practices, to bow to peer pressure sometimes, to not exert substantial influence over the course of events. Sometimes this expression carries negative connotation. For example, oh, he just can't control his life, he always goes with the flow. That's just one example. But you can also use it in some neutral expressions. For example, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I'm meeting my friends and then I guess I just will go with the flow. By the way, this is also a song by Queens of Stone Age. But since we are not in the karaoke, I'm not encouraging you to sing. Yet, I encourage you to use this expression as many times as possible during your speech, whether prepared speech or table topics. I will count your using this expression, and I will make report on both my roles at the end of this meeting. Yeah, and there is some little surprise.
Oh, thank you, Olga. Well, shall we go with the flow, or maybe we'll set some goals to have our 4 speakers to present the 4 perfect speeches today. Shall we?
Yes.
So, the first speaker with the prepared speech is going to be our icebreaker. She wants to be a perfect orator, to become a perfect orator this year. And Toastmasters will help her with this, sure. And probably she will take some prize at a contest in spring. And the speaker is Julia Milovanova with a speech, Singing Economist.
The camera is on you. Thank you so much, dear Toastmaster of today. I'm really glad and happy to join our organization Toastmaster and break the ice and start my path along with all of you fellow Toastmasters. I'm gonna need my remote. So today's my speeches, Singing Economist. So, thank you again. So I'm happy to be here and start. Well, let me tell you something about myself. Well, in the middle of the picture, you can see my family. This is my mother. She's in the center of the picture, and my youngest sister. We have a difference in age, about 3 years. This picture was taken last year at my mother's birthday. And also we have our blue-eyed boy, our kitten, our cat. His name is Marcel. He is a British cat with straight ears. An instant fact about my personality is that they sometimes call me Shazam, because sometimes, even in the most of the times, I can guess and recognize a melody starting from its very beginning, from some starting tunes. Why? And also this is explained with it because I love to sing. I love to sing. That's why I also came here to Toastmasters, because I want to feel comfortable in front of the people, my audience on the stage, because my vocal instrument should be relaxed while I'm singing. To outgoing sound will be in the most precise manner that I want it to be, so I could do some special vocal tips. The second reason why I'm here is that I again want to gain my confidence and comfort delivering speech in front of audience. I want to be maybe sometimes humorous in natural way, to be sometimes spontaneous, and it would be natural again. And finally, I want to deliver memorable and fabulous toast at some events, some parties. I remember my sister's birthday when we were in some place outside, and one guest arrived with some delay, and he just vitalize our party because he was so courageous, so confident. He started throwing his toasts along one after one, and I decided that I would like to be that charismatic in the public, and I would like to have to be able to pronounce toast like him. So that's why partly I'm here in Toastbusters organization. By the way, this picture was taken at, while I was presenting at a charity concert last year, in November to be precise. What about me, my education and my work? By my education, I'm an economist. I graduated from MSc, economic major. MSc now it has become a Plekhanov University, and where I also continued my study for master degree in statistics major already. And I work as an economist for a large Russian producer. And my passions are reading, especially in English, because I really love it, and that's why also I came here, because I wanted to practice my English. Driving, and I'm now from last year I'm a happy owner of my own car. Singing, as you already know, I love to visit some and attend some games, like board games like Cash Flow, Mafia. From last year I started this. Roller skating and bicycling. Also I love to sing again. This photo was taken at a music contest and another charity concert. I love to take part in debates games that are taken among students from different universities like MCU, GIMO or HSE. Once I tried to play football, but it was my first and last time when I was playing football, because I thought that it's not for girls. Girls will understand, because we are so fragile. But this game is so rough, so tough. So girls, don't do this. I quit, but it was a good experience. By the way, I lost weight 2 years ago. This picture is 6 years ago, and this 2 years ago. I lost 10 centimeters in my waist and about 10 kilos by doing some special procedures. I think it's a topic of my next presentation. What about my last year? I would like to share with you my memorable some memories. This is what I experienced for the first time in my life last year. I was snowboarding for the first time in July. It's in Snezhkom, when it's about 29 degrees outside. This is surfing, wakeboarding, and fly box. It's a good cardio for girls. And also I visited Spain, especially Portaventura Park. It was amazing and fabulous experience, and I want to go there again because I'm like a kid when I'm going there. You see this kamikaze amusement rides, and you see these roller coasters, and with my friend reactions on it. This was taken during we were riding on it. So what I would like to tell to you, firstly I would like to wish you Happy New Year, with a little delay by the way. I'd like to wish you not fear to dream and be consistent in your goal achievement. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You might collaborate with Kirill in singing.
Yeah, I already know that. I know that he is me too.
Thank you.
You're famous, Kirill. Success.
Our next speaker is a very experienced speaker and very important person to our club. And his personal goal is to get our club to fulfill the distinguished club program. So all of us have to help him in this. So this is Nikolay Denisenko with his speech, Other People in My Head. It's going to be project number 3, and researching and presenting. So the main purpose is to review basic research methods and present a well-structured and well-researched speech.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much.
Nikolay,
Indeed.
one second. I have to correct myself. I told that the green card is for 1 minute, but it is not. It is for 2 minutes. And the yellow one, yes, it's for 2 minutes, and the yellow one is for 30 seconds. So this is a correction.
Green one when you reach the limit, the minimum limit of the speech. In my case, 5 minutes.
Yes.
Then you show the green light.
Yes.
Okay. Then when I have 30 seconds before the end.
Here comes the yellow one.
Yes. Yes. That's right. Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Dear Toastmasters, dear guests, I noticed that most of ideas for my speeches, and I had many speeches in this club, came after or during our meetings. Normally, I feel very energized after when I have a good dialogue with other people. Even after speech, I feel I have to say something else. I forgot to say something. It would be better to say in a different way. You know, such thinking process always in my mind, especially when I have when I finish the speech or during the speech. Do you have the same feeling, by the way? Yes? Good. And I'm wondering why it is important communication with other people and for thinking process. You know, even for anti-Greece, Planus Academy, they use the whole education process based on dialogues. So it is indeed important, but I'm wondering why. Is it just coincidence or there is something behind it? And normally I listen audio books or lectures when I have a long drive, and once I hear a lecture of Andrei Kurpatov. Andrei Kurpatov is a psychologist, a very popular lecturer, and he is a founder of Education Center in St. Petersburg. And the lecture called People Who Live in My Head. It was very interesting, and I found answers to my question in this lecture. Robert Dunbane, British anthropologist, studied primates, and the neocortex of primates. By the way, we are not descended from monkey. You might know this. We just different kind of primates, at least from biological point of view. Hmm?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, now you know, Kirill. Right. And interesting fact he found that the size of the group of primates correlates with the size of brain, size of neocortex. That's quite interesting. Chimpanzee, they have about 20 members in the group, in the flock, and it is related. I mean that within the group of primates, they have quite complex relationship. Someone gave me a banana, he is my friend. Another one scratched me 2 times, I ought to as well. This one is dangerous, this one smiled to me. So quite a lot of dialogues they have in the heads. And that's actually an area within the brain where they can develop abstract objects. And this is why this is actually the only area where primates can create abstract objects. There's no any other place within the brain where people can create complex intellectual objects. Our brain is not designed for mathematics, for philosophical concepts, for music, it's not designed for this. It is initially designed for us to be able to communicate within the groups. And that's why we are able to develop more advanced abstract objects in our brain. That's an interesting thing. Another observation which I found in the lecture, the statement, we know. We know other people. Are we? Yes, we will say, I know Kirill, I know Margarita, I know Irina, I know many people. Though quite often we hear a story, nobody understands me, nobody knows me. Or it is a lecture to have someone who understands me. It is treasure if we have someone who understands me. Isn't it strange that we we understand all, but nobody understands us? Nobody understands me. Isn't it strange? And the answer is because immediately when we see something, we create a mental model of an individuality or person or things which we see. And it is a simple one. But we are more complex. We are indeed more complex. And the only way for us to improve our mental model is to observe carefully, to get a feedback from other people. That's the only way of how we can improve our way of thinking, our mental model. The only way where we can create a complex intellectual objects, right? So, to sum up, I'd like to highlight two things. Number one, we have indeed only one place within our brain where we can create intellectual complex objects. This is area where we maintain relationship with other people. And number two, the only way to improve our mental models, the intellectual objects, is to observe carefully and get feedbacks from people. And as you see, that's exactly what we are doing within the Toastmaster, right? We communicate with people, we are observing, and we are providing feedbacks. So, in other words, Toastmaster, it is not only about public speaking, it is not only about leadership skills, it is also area where we can develop our skills, our ability to create complex intellectual objects. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikolay, with a very complex speech. So, the next speaker. Sorry. I was thinking about your speech and all other thoughts are gone.
You are creating again already intellectual objects.
So, the main goal of our next speaker is to set the goals for 2019 and he will, it's the part of his plan, so in his speech he will tell us what are the best ways to set the goals and reach them. Am I right? Mikhail Pokutny. With the speech, you will be proud delivering your goals.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, the guest. The previous time I was with this club meeting, it was exactly 2 years ago. It was a New Year Eve, and our meeting was set up in a way then to create that emotional context of the new year. Mariya, you were the Toastmaster, and you even set up some music for us. You, Margarita, may remember you put the table topic tree to the board, so we pick up some of the holiday wishes. So it was the time of the year when we felt there is some holiday magic in the air, and it fills us with a feeling that everything is possible, everything better is possible. So we are full of hopes. We all set our hopes. On that bright side, what we do, we set up the goals, we set up New Year resolutions. There is still a little bit of mood like that today, even it is the first working day. But what soon will happen? The days will fly, the weeks will fly. It's like the wagons of the metro train when you stay on the metro station and they fly like that. That will be your days. How successful you will be delivering your goals in that way. Last year I was setting up lots of goals for me, and one of them was to read more books. That was articulated just like that. I kept it in mind for the whole 2019. And can you guess how many more books did I read in 2018 compared to the previous years? Zero. Exactly the same number of books. So I failed. I failed with my New Year resolution. I failed with my goal. Does it happen to you? You don't need to be public about that today. But if you will, you and I will not be alone, because the research says that 88% of people fail with their New Year resolution. Well, Henry Ford said that the failure is the opportunity to try again, now more intelligently. But he said that 100 years ago. Now we work in the 21st century. Life is so fast that there will not be another opportunity for you. You need to be right the first time. And today I would like to speak about setting the goals, and I will have, based on my holiday magic, the 3 magic words which will help you to set the better goals. Take your pens, because now we'll take what the words are. Ready? Mm-hmm. Abra, shvabra, kadabra. No, of course not. The first word is the what?
Slowly, Mikhail.
Now I'm going to be the slower.
We are writing.
Shvabra.
Abra is the first.
What? When you set your goals, you need to be very specific on what you want to achieve. What is the result? And the result should be very specific. And it should be articulated in a simple way so you can articulate that. And at the end of the year, for example, you should be able to very quickly assess yourself and say, did I deliver or not? Yes or no? Simply like that. For example, I work for Shell, and Shell is kind of complex business which involves a lot of the machinery and big objects, and it is very high-risk business for people. So that is why in the company there is a so-called goal zero, which says that we want that nobody is hurt on the job. So every day, everybody coming back home safe. Is it a specific goal? Can you say by the end of the day, am I safe? Yes or no? So that is a good example of the very clear what. Now you go to the how. Complex changes doesn't come overnight. For example, if I decide to lose 10 kilos, can I do that during one day?
Yes.
Without the surgery? Probably not. Probably not. In a real practical life, probably unlikely. So that is why it needs some plan. I know many people who say that, well, why do we need the plan if we don't know the future? What will happen tomorrow? It will influence our actions. But in that case, what I do, I quote one of our senior managers in a company who says that no plans work, but nothing works without a plan. And I think it's a good strategy. If you have a good plan and you adjust it on the way, that will lead you towards some of the delivery. And also this is very important to consistently progress through your plans without navigating away. And one of the things which potentially can help you to stay within your plans, and I'm quoting other people I have a lot of respect to, this Kate Ferrazzi, the author of the book Never Eat Alone. And what he says, if you want to be successful with your plan, make it public. And in that case, first you will have your public commitment, and second, you can never underestimate how many people will like to join and help you in the journey delivering your plans. That is the second part of the holiday magic. And now we are getting to the heart of the system. Heart of the system is actually the why. Yes, you know what you want to do, you know how you do that, but why is our energy? So why is something which fuels ourselves? Why is something we wake up in the morning? Let's take the Toastmasters example. Why I am here on the stage? What is my goal? That's it. I can say I would like to be a better public speaker, but that's part of the how or what. That is the direction. And why do I really want to do that? And I think about this and I say, okay, I would like to come to the meetings of the Toastbusters every 2 weeks and take it all. That is what? How? Because I'm on my Toastmaster journey. And why I want that? Because I know that to be successful with my personal project or successful with my career, I need to communicate better and influence other people. So that is why this morning I woke up, I took my papers, and that is why I'm here now. And that is my New Year magic to you. So, and my challenge, try these systems. Filter and stress test your goals through that. Do it today, send it to me, and I'm sure that gently we will make the difference. You know, someone is saying that be scared about your goals because they may happen, and I would like to change that word and be proud of your goals because you will deliver. My name is Toastmaster.
I think I like this system better than SMART because there are 5 points. Here just 3.
Easy to remember.
Easy to remember and to follow. So thank you, Mikhail. And our next speaker is a girl, and I think she's a very smart and pretty girl, but she wants to be a better version of herself. She wants to become a more proactive person, keep promises, and get all the work done every time, always. So this is Mariya Berseneva. Margarita. I'm so sorry. Is the stress right? Berseneva?
Yeah.
Berseneva. So, with the speech, we the creator, and it's going to be her 7th project. So, and the main purpose is to get well with the visual aids. Yeah. So, good luck, Margarita. Thank you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Did your 2018 was the productive year, the successful year? Or maybe it was the year when you made a lot of new friends, or got a job promotion, or maybe found your true love. I asked myself this question and similar ones a couple of days ago, and I found an answer for them. And I want to share with you that because, you know, my 2018 was really different. The first part was really calm, rational, slow with studying. And the second part was about traveling. It was emotional. It was about a new experience, new friends, and all of that things. And okay, let's start. And the first thing is people. The people who surround you, the people who affects you, positive or negative way. It's your decision who will surround you. And I found a great quote about it. So surround yourself with dreamers, doers, makers, and thinkers, but most of all, surround yourself with those who see the greatness within you, even when you don't see it yourself. I really like this quote and also the second part of it because you know what? I found these people. I found the people who trusted me, who supported me, and who helped me with my new things. And you know what? You can look around and see them there, because they are real, and they're here. So these people, I think, made a great leap for me, and I will tell you next something more interesting about them. So the second thing is passion, is doing something with passion. For example, hobby. Have a hobby and do it with passion. That's something that can that can bring happiness to your life from maybe a part-time job. So let's return to these people. Firstly, Nikolay Denisenko, our president, is a great painter who has his own paint works in Центральный дом художников Крымский Бал. Great job, Nikolay. The second guy, Mikhail Pokutny, who is a past immediate president, also my uncle, and who is a great musician. Yeah. And I hope we will hear your concert, funk and jazz, next month with Toastbusters community. And the last but not the least, my lovely friend, Mariya Kalinkina, who is a great creator with whole new world of ideas, and we will see that later. So, and also that's me, who found her passion in photography and videography, and made projects like this. So it's 1 hour video. And also we made our new project called Biografichna, about the people who do things, who succeeded in that. And now on our YouTube channel we have our 2 videos, and the third one is coming in a few days. So you can subscribe and see them. And the third part is memories. The memories which can cover you like a warm blanket on a rainy day, which can save you from your difficulties and have something positive on you and help you. And I also found this quote: while you're alive, collect moments, not things, and respect, not money, and enjoy life, not luxuries. And maybe you know the short version of it, like collect memories, not things. And I think it's true, because moments, memories, experience, it's priceless, and that's the things that you should get, not buy them, but get it from someone. And I want to share with you my memories. One of the best memories that I had during the second part of last year, which helped me sometimes and which brings me really joy and happy. Oh.
С вами рубрика Николая Дроздова, наша передача «Мир живот», где мы сейчас находимся на одной из центральных улиц города Кострома, возле дома, где невероятным образом 3 апреля 1763 года ничего не произошло. Вообще, мне понравился очень день, и абсолютно точно я хочу повторения в других городах. Монако, например, да.
components that helped me to create my second part of 2018, more amazing, more emotional. And the people who surround you, you have to choose them wisely. The passion with which you can do your hobby, your work, that can help you sometimes, and the memories that can warm you, that can help you in difficult situations. That's the things the things that we the creators should around us and help us in our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. And it was very nice to see the Toastmasters outside our room. Well, before the break, we're going to break. Yes? No? But before it, I would like you to take this piece of paper that's on your table, choose one speaker and leave an evaluation for the speaker. Can you do this?
Yes.
I will give you 1 minute.
The time starts.
Yeah.
We'll connect.
Huh?
We'll pick it up.
You've already done? Wow. So you can pass it to actually to the person. Nikolay.
Не, просто фидбэк. Все, что хочется сказать человеку, можно написать.
Time is up.
Okay.
Now it's break.
No. Let's give a round of applause to all the participants of the first part of our meeting. And now you can enjoy your break. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes break.
Who's going? You're going to explain. Okay, please.
So, we're going to continue, and now it's the time for table topic session. It's a session where everyone can participate, and so there are not so many people. I think everyone would have a chance to express himself or herself. And we have a table topics master, beautiful Gaya Oganesyan. And this beautiful lady is going to get a doctor's degree this year. So, she's let's wish you good luck with this difficult and very important aim.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And don't forget to use the word of the day, the expression of the day. Go with the flow.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters members and guests. How was your New Year Eve?
Good.
It was very good, I think, yeah. But after holidays, we usually have a few difficulties. The first one, it's hangover. Second one, now we have to drink coffee instead of champagne in the morning. Third one, we have to work and we have to remind like what we were doing last year. Just remembering like, did I do it really in reality? And the fourth difficulty is to read all the achievements and goals of our friends in Facebook.
That's very tough.
Until now you can read them. So today's table topic will be also about goals. But you don't have to tell your goals. Please give the recommendations for the previous speaker. But the task is not so easy. You should use the words, 2 words, from this list. So the first speaker should give recommendations for this year for me. and the next one will give the recommendation to the previous speaker. Okay?
I didn't get that.
You didn't get. So the first person should come to this stage, and he should give me the recommendations for the whole year. Like, what should I do during the year?
And why do we need paper?
And in this paper, you take one paper, and there are written 2 words. You should use these words when you are giving the recommendation.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to remind you about speech time limits. Your speech should be from 1 till 2 minutes. Please follow them. Who wants to be the first? Okay. Welcome. And your name is Kirill, yes?
Yes. Thanks for remembering.
Just take one.
One. Yes.
Yes, one. And there are
Okay.
written 2 words.
And
We should give recommendation for
yes, yes. So, I don't know. I know nothing about you, so the recommendation is just my my simple thoughts. So, you know, some people really go with the flow, like a bottle and with a message inside, and they flow from the river to the ocean and never reach the people who will read it. So I think the very important thing is to be the bottle that that somehow will get to the people that wait for the bottle and that know what to do with the message inside. So I wish you maybe for this, by this summer or maybe by the winter to be an open bottle with a really important message for really important people that surround you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I think the bottle will be my favorite word this year. Yeah, because the word was bottle and summer. Okay, who wants to be the next and who wants to give recommendations for Kirill?
Newcomer.
Okay, like maybe you
Newcomer.
and then newcomer, okay? And then newcomer. What's your name, please? You can read the words if you want, or
I should give the recommendation
for
to
Kirill.
For me, yes.
Okay. What he should do during this year?
I would like to give you some recommendations for this year. I wish you to spend your life with lots of this year. Sorry, with lots of fun. Maybe running, jumping, with some activities which will bring the positive to you. And also I wish you to meet some people and if you are not married yet, I wish you to meet the girl who will share with you your life.
And the words were wife and jump.
Wife and jump.
Yes, wife.
Wife and jump.
Connection of words.
Wife, right? Wife?
Wife.
Wife and jump.
Yes, just 2 words.
The first letter is W.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who wants to be the next one? Okay, welcome.
Can I translate? Chicken and
Reputation.
reputation.
Chicken and what?
Reputation. Can you say your name, please?
Irina.
I didn't say that the words are very easy.
It is two words which don't coordinate each other. But I wish you to become a good cooker this year and get a reputation of cooker who served at Napoleon Napoleon who could cook whole months only from chicken, and his boss didn't notice this fact.
Amazing. Next one. Welcome. Sorry. Choose.
Okay. I'd like to wish the previous speaker also to have a lot of fun this year. Always stay up tuned with the mood, have the mood in high position, and also get enough sleep to get more fun the other day. To keep the energy for all the day, to be able to experience all the joy of the day, to be able to feel the the kindness of the life, the kindness of the people that surround you, and striving to share even more good emotions and good vibes to another people.
Thank you very much. Okay, welcome.
Liver.
Sure.
Okay. I have two words. One is the liver. Does anybody know what liver means?
Печёнка.
Yes. And a verb.
Или покидающий.
And a verb. Work.
Work.
Dear club members and Julia. My wishes to Julia, right? About the liver and the work. What I know about you so far. From your icebreaker, I know that you like to sing. You have done it in the past and you want to do more probably in the future. Or you said you want to do more and you want the public speaking. And both profession, both interests could lead you into the very dangerous industry, which is the entertainment. Because if you are a singer, you're always asked to sing, and it's kind of at the party. And sometimes if you sing well after the party, you are invited to the table. The same happening if you are in the public speaking business. Yes, you will deliver your speeches into TED, and maybe you will be invited to the White House to influence Prime Minister. But between these big events, you will need to work as a tamada. And what happens in Tamada? You are invited for the table, and you will be asked to join for some drinks. That's why my wish for you, find the right balance between your work ambition and your liver health.
Thank you very much. Let's see the next. Welcome.
Afterwards, child and cake. Mikhail, do you have children?
Yes.
How many?
2.
Are they young?
Relatively. Compared to me, yes.
Oh, that's good to know. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Go with the flow, Olga.
Yeah, I guess I should go with the flow. It's really difficult to think of something original with such words. Mikhail, I wish you all the happiness in the world. Of course, I wish you to set goals for yourself and to achieve them. And you gave us a good roadmap on how to do that. I wish you to spend a lot of time with your children, with or without cakes and I don't know. I hope it won't affect very badly your blood sugar. All in all, I wish you enjoy the next year and the years ahead. Yeah. So.
Thank you very much. I think I have time. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Nikolay, welcome.
No.
One hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I read them?
Yes.
Food and crazy.
Oh, that's about me.
What I gonna wish? As a goal, I wish you to. Oh, you wanted to find some crazy inner self. So I wish you to find it at last and enjoy it. And what does it mean, craziness? I think for you, it's going to be things that nobody would suppose you would do. And these things will brings you so many emotions, so many new
Fun?
No. Experience and of course fun. What about food? Food. I wish you to try some crazy Asian food as cockroaches and found some dragonflies and found them very tasty. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for all participants. And now you can vote for the best table topic speaker. And I think at the end of the meeting, and please give the papers to Margarita. She'll collect them, and I think at the end of the meeting we'll say who will be the winner of the table topic session. So thank you. And again, the speakers: Kirill, Alexandra, Irina, Julia, Mikhail, Olga, Anna. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
my role to the very important person of today's meeting, the general evaluator. And this is Semen Mosyazh, who's and he's got a very elaborate main goal. So to determine his career and for 3 years, so not just for 1 year. And he has a plan, but I think it's time for evaluation. So good luck with the role.
Thank you very much, Anna. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. And it is a time to do evaluation for today's meeting. First of all, I'd like to invite to the scene personal evaluators, and the first is Anna Ilina, who will do evaluation for the first speaker, Julia Milovanova.
Julia, and all Toastmasters are my friends and everyone. Julia, I'm happy to see you here in Toastbusters, not in some Russian club. And congratulations with your first speech. I liked almost everything. The first one, you were very positive, amiable. You showed us the pictures of your beautiful family, your cute cat, and that you made the atmosphere very positive. So you were energetic, and I think everyone liked your presentation. The next thing I liked, you gave reasons why you entered the Toastmasters and why you want to be with us. And there were many of them, but I put down that you want to be more confident, more humorous, spontaneous, charismatic. I think you have all these traits of character, but Toastmasters will definitely help you to polish them here. So you already have a lot of these traits. You showed us your presentations, a lot of photos. I was shocked at how many things you have already done, and all your hobbies. So they are, some of them just extreme, but you showed that you are very a person of a broad-minded person. And we see that you have this passion. Passion is a driver to, no, not a driver. Passion drives us to achieve our goals, so I think you will achieve many things. Many things. What? So I won't. I enjoyed everything. Your presentations has a lot of colorful pictures. Maybe there was one thing that you, when you stood here and looked at this side most of the time. Maybe the guys who were on the right saw your back mostly. It's just, but you will practice it later. So I think you did a great job. We learned a lot about you, and we are happy to have you in the club. Thank you so much.
From my point of view, there is nothing I can add to Anna's evaluation. Just a few words to Julia. From my point of view, Icebreaker is one of the most difficult projects. Why? Because the person should select a few facts about itself, but usually everyone has too much information, and that's why it's so difficult. Thanks, Anna. And now I invite to this thing the next evaluator, Mariya Kalinkina, who will speak about the project of Nikolay Denisenko.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters, dear guests, dear Nikolay. It is my pleasure to evaluate your project number 3. To go with the flow, do you believe it in your head? Are the people in my head? Tell me to move between the lights during my driving in my car. So, researching and presenting. I think you did your best. The speech was well organized, it was well researched. Firstly, your speech had a real good structure. You started with the questions and made a good connection with the auditory, with the audience. You see, it is a real treasure when you can find someone who can understand you. Anyway, we are going to the flow to the next positive aspects of your speech. I enjoy phrases that you use, like develop abstract objects, education process based on the dialogue, and for example, we are more complex. Some recommendations, Nikolay, for you. So today we are in a calm, small, friendly atmosphere, and it means that maybe I can be a little bit more honest with you. Yeah, because I noticed from all your speeches that your speeches are mostly well organized. You prepared a lot, but one thing I think that it can help you in future to I wish you to do it with more confidence, to be more impressive. Paint your speech with colors, like to make a whole picture. Sometimes we have to feel the rush and to go with the flow, just to relax and enjoy the process. So anyway, it was really cool and interesting. Thank you very much. Keep on.
Thank you, Mariya. Just one phrase to add. The speech of Nikolay even made our Toastmaster out of balance. And it was so impressive for me. The next evaluator is Nikolay Denisenko. Please, Nikolay, give your feedback to the speech of Mikhail Pokutny.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Right. Dear Toastmasters, guests, dear Mikhail. The purpose of your speech is to have well-organized speech, in terms of organizing speech. That's project number 3 you have within the pathways, right?
2.
Project number 2 within the pathways. Okay, very good. I think you achieved the goal because I see you as a very experienced speaker, definitely. You use the whole variety of the tools which experienced speaker use, like gestures, like voice varieties. You have different tones, different pitch, and this is very good. No question. I like your structure, what, why, what, how, why. This is very good. Though I'd like to, as an experienced person, I'd like to highlight few things which you need to pay more attention on. You started your speech with a dramatic thing, like our life is like train in a metro, day by day. You're never able to reach your goals when you see end of the year. How many books we read, none, and etc. So it's drama, right? Which is good, but you know, you also shared yourself not able to reach the goals. For experienced speaker to be more confident at the stage, to get more reliability from the audience, it is better to showed how would you use this tool personally to reach the goal, because you recommend to use this tool, but you didn't mention that, you didn't prove us that it works, because even for your experience, at the beginning you shared that you didn't reach the goal, right? But you know this tool as well, right? So, which means using personal experience when you recommend some tools would be really good. Another thing is that you decided to use handwriting, which is good, but you don't need to put every time a pen in your hand, because it's it stressed my focus when I looked at you. As a conclusion, I would recommend you to challenge to have more smile and personal positive examples. I like your speeches, I like your sense of humor, I like the abracadabra thing which you mentioned, very good, and I think it will be, I'm looking forward to see your next speeches, Michael. Okay? Thank you, everyone.
I liked Mikhail's speech very much because of two things, maybe you guess. First is because it was connected with New Year, with plans and results and how to achieve them. And the second is because Mikhail explained why we are here, what is Toastmasters and what are the benefits. It's also very good for our newcomers. Thank you very much. And now it's the time for the fourth evaluator, and I will invite Gaya Oganesyan. Please, Gaya, speak about the speech of Margarita.
Hello, Toastmasters. Again, dear Margarita. Thank you very much for your nice and very interesting speech. Firstly, I'd like to tell you what I liked most in your speech, and then I'll give you a few recommendations. What I liked. Firstly, I like that you told us your personal story. You told us about your friends, about important people. It's always interesting to learn about a Toastmaster member, something new and a bit more. So it was very good. And it was very good that you mentioned people from Toastmasters, so we know them. We all know them, because if you told about your other friend, it will be also interesting, but we don't know maybe your other friends, so it's very good. Also, I liked your PowerPoint presentation. You used quotes, very good also, because they were very appropriate to this presentation. And the last part of your presentation was video. Video was very funny, but I'd like to give a few recommendations about this video. First of all, your speech was mostly about yourself and about your second part of the year. But on this video I saw mostly Mariya, not you. I know that you're usually from the other side of the camera, but please, this was your presentation. You also can show a bit more yourself, a bit more of your life, even if you were together. The second recommendation. This speech wasn't very long. Like when you have 20-minute speeches, it's very good to use long videos, because you can't speak for a long time. But when your speech is just 5-7 minutes, it's much better to use short videos. Maybe it could be a bit shorter in this situation. And the final recommendation is to use the stage and to use your body. You're amazing. Just you can come to this side, you can show Maria, you can show everyone. So don't stay on one place like this. You used only your hands mostly, and your eye contact, but was very good. So to sum up, thank you very much for this New Year video, because you told us about your achievements and people who surrounded you during the year. And I'd like to hear your next speeches. Thank you.
Now we are coming to our professional evaluators, and the first evaluator will be Olga Jatcik. Please, Olga, comment about our today's Grammarian and the usage of our phrase of the day.
So I'll start with the word of the day. Three people used my expression. If I missed someone, please correct me. Anna used it 3 times, Kirill 1 time, and Masha used it 3 times. Congratulations, guys. And some little presents for you.
The keys.
Yes. No,
From
not the
Mercedes.
keys, just candies.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Cool.
for yeah.
Each time.
Yeah, for each time, for
One
each
time
user.
is for Kirill.
Thanks.
Yeah. But there are more if somebody wants, if anybody wants. So I'll start with great expressions. There were plenty of them. Anna, the camera is on you. Better version of oneself. Great. Mikhail, I love using the word deliver without supplement, like he delivers, similar as in Russian. That's great. Also stress test something. Nikolay, I think you used inverse word order, like an interesting thing, did he find something like that? That's also very interesting. Margarita, you had quite an interesting speech. First, we the creators. Is it reference to Tyler the creator?
It was reference like we
The people, but also, yeah. Okay, make a leap, last but not the least. A warm blanket on a rainy day, that's also very good. Again, come to Anna, inner self, Polish character, all very good expressions. Then I'll come to mistakes. Pronunciation, one common mistake is saying like word, work, so instead of like, yeah, it was like word work. So there was some mispronunciation. Then you say contest as a noun. Well, a noun is contest, contest is a verb. Percent. It was some percent. I think remote, you should say remote. Inappropriate, inappropriate. Courageous, the right form is courageous. With grammar, common mistake for Russian speakers, congratulate with, it should be congratulate on. There were some issues with articles, for example, a son, a president, a Toastmaster. We have one son, one president of the club, one Toastmaster for the meeting. Then vocabulary, bicycling, there is no such word. Tie box, also there is no such word, it's tie bow. And I think that's all, thank you.
Thank you, Olga. I liked your introduction, and I think you did a good job. And now it's the turn of Mariya to share our bad sounds and other mistakes.
Friends, the most speakers were lucky, and I didn't hear a lot of abbreviative words and injections. At the same time, the favorite sound of Anna Ilina was E 3 times. Nikolay Denisenko E 5 times. Alexandra, the favorite sound was E 2 times, and our the winner of inappropriate sounds was Olga. I know you are very emotional person, but nevertheless your horrible habit to say at every minute, I suppose. So you should do with this habit. And
change sound.
Just stop talking and concentrate on your thoughts, I suppose. So my report is ended.
Well, now it's time for Kirill.
Time.
Yes, the timer.
Time. Thanks. Dear Toastbusters.
It's a rap.
It was a puzzle for me.
Yo, West Coast.
Okay, today's meeting was horrible, I think. In a time, I think as a timer that today's meeting was horrible. Almost every speaker exceeded their limit. The starter was Julia, then was Nikolay. He exceeded the limit 2 times. Yes, as a speaker and as a evaluator. Yes, so this is a winner. Then was Mikhail. Margarita also did her best. And then for the finish was Olga. I don't know whether I, as a timer, made some mistake, whether I went too much with the flow with my role, but I think the timekeeping is not only for respect, but also for responsibility, and that's a good thing to point out for yourself while meeting here in Toastbusters. So I wish you well and thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much, Kirill, and some conclusion about today's meeting. First of all, I would advise to have some special assistants for the future meeting for the people who didn't receive their postcards, in order not to wait in the future, just some advice. And today's meeting started at 19:40, 10 minutes later. That's not so good. But anyway, I would focus on our theme, the main goal for 2019. And I enjoyed that everyone prepared and answered to our Toastmasters questions. And Anna prepared well. And this topic, this theme was supported and explained why it was selected. And another, our today's table topic was perfect. Thanks, Gaya. It was quite interesting and challenging at the same time. Oh, and now I invite Anna to conclude.
No, Mr. President.
Mr. President, sorry. I invite Mr. President Nikolay.
Thank you very much for helping us with evaluation part of the meeting. So the meeting is coming to the end. Thank you very much for active participation. We have a small audience today, small room, but I think we were very active, and some of us had a double hats in terms of the roles. And thank you for supporting this. I would like to, so our season of celebration is going on because old New Year is coming and etc. So the first one, and we within the club we have also a celebration part at the end of the meeting, which is table topic winner. We have a great contest, right? And I think you'd like to know who is winner, right?
Yeah.
So the winner is, for this meeting, for table topic exercise, Mikhail Pokutny. Welcome to the stage. Mikhail, my congratulations.
Thank you, Nikolay.
Yes.
No,
Photo.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Thank you. Right. We have, I mentioned to Anna, that's one of the goal for me as a president is to reach the targets for the club. The targets for the club are pretty tough in terms of the education, to go through project by projects, to go through quite a number of different roles. That's why I plead to you to be active, to highlight your wishes and your readiness to go with the roles. So if you'd like to sign up for speech, please approach to Margarita at this stage for today, but normally it's the Vice President of Education, Alexei Kravtsov. If you'd like to take a minor role, like timer, grammarian, accountant, Margarita will help you to organize such kind of roles. So please approach them. We have, again, as a reminder, if you forgot if you don't have cash, let me know and I can give you the phone number where you can transfer money by Sberbank. The other thing, usually after during the meeting we don't have much time for communication, but I do see an appetite from people to talk, to know more about each other, to be able to create complex intellectual objects. So normally we have a tradition to go to Shokoladniца cafe nearby to metro station. I invite you to go there as well. I will be there also. Right, and I think that's it. Thank you very much again. I think the meeting is over. Please bring all the papers, if you don't use it, to the desk, to the front desk, and help to organize everything, to evacuate from the room. The sooner the better, because the person who helped us to organize this meeting in the institute is already trying to go home. Yes.